It's week 2 of the National Football League. And this one features Kareem Hunt. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Vikings and the Eagles under the lights on Thursday night.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our the Vikings offense getting set to go fresh off a victory in week 1. And the one we'll be watching is this man at wideout, as he comes in off a very strong performance in the season opener.
Boy, was it ever. Over 100 yards to get things started on the year. He's off on the right foot. Now he wants to add another one to it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he told the local paper this morning, I want another, and then another, and then another. I think there was like 3 or 4 anothers in there. They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do...
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kareem Hunt, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week. And he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover every game.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Able to spin free. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Cousins to throw it. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Play fake. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And now out comes Minnesota. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. First down, here's Cousins. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings! K.J. Osborne, 75 yards. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like... Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go screen here to Hunt. There's the stiff arm, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So Cousins and the Vikings down by a field goal, 65 seconds remaining. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. To Henry. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Here's 1st and 10. Cousins. His throw incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Now Cousins. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now 1st and goal. He's back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run again with Hunt. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They run right side with Hunt, pushing through the contact as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 103 yards rushing for him now to this point. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A give right side now to Hunt. A solid stiff arm. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
They'll run with Hunt. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 6 yards on the touchdown run. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.